We need it for we need Greenland for national security.
Listen, if you're from the United States, I think it's time we acknowledge something. We have not been very good friends lately. To other countries, to other places in the world. We've kind of fucking sucked. In 2024, Americans re-elected Donald Trump to the presidency. And just like he said, everything has been fucking perfect since. No notes. I don't know about you guys, but we as Americans don't even know what to complain about anymore. Last week, I called my congressman. I didn't even have anything to say. I just missed him. I just wanted to see how he was doing. But in a much more real sense, everything sucks now.
We are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not.
Not to get all Gen Z, but unk status much. I'm gonna go so viral on Musically. Now, I want to be super clear about something. US allies have every right to be pissed off about the rhetoric that is happening from the Trump administration right now. Global hegemony virtually revolved around the US, and for some reason, voters were still not happy with that. We wanted to isolate ourselves. We wanted to fuck everyone over. We decided to ignite an atomic bomb in our political system. That being said, I think it's worth noting, wow, I just spit really far. I think it is worth noting, Donald Trump was not elected to bully fucking Finland or whatever. That's not what people wanted him to do. He was elected because for all his faults, the economy under the first Trump administration was actually very fondly remembered compared to what we have now. So of course, the pressure was on for PDJT to meet the moment. What ambitious policy ideas would he push forward to help Americans weather the turbulent economic winds? What incredible leadership shall we expect?
I can't tell you what's going to happen.
Mentioned that he could agree to change your mind on the tariff?
Well, we can always, look, what I'd like to see, Canada become our 51st state. We give them protection.
Mr. Trump, sir? My house doesn't have a floor. Back in ye old dark ages of early 2025, Trump's first moves were to antagonize Canada over... Hold on. It'll come to me. There definitely was a reason. Don't worry, guys. There was a reason. I just have to remember what it was. After a decade of leadership under local hunk and Katy Perry muse Justin Trudeau, Canadians were gearing up to elect a conservative government led by Pierre Poilievre.
Folks here in Vancouver and across Canada waking up to a political turnaround no less stunning than that of President Trump. Just a few months ago, the Liberal Party here in Canada was down in the polls and had a disgraced Prime Minister and Justin Trudeau, down by 24 points to the Conservative Party. But then President Trump stepped in, suggesting that he might annex Canada, suggesting that Canada was the 51st state.
Even as he wished them good luck on Election Day, the US president didn't let up, suggesting there would be no tariffs or taxes if Canada became the 51st state.
Hell yeah. Trump really owned the libs on this one. And by owned, I of course mean emboldened and empowered and screwed himself over. That's right. Amid all of this 51st state nonsense, Canadian backlash was swift, it was intense, and it was understandable.
This is my last bag of American product.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
It's now government policy in British Columbia not to sell any American-made booze. A clap back at US tariffs on Canadian goods.
Hello.
Yeah, you really got him this time.
Basketball and hockey fans booing during the U.S. national anthem.
Guys, the American people didn't elect Trump to do this kind of...
I think the Canada-U.S. relationship has changed and will not go back to what it was.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, Canada felt betrayed, and it was hard to blame them. The Trump administration made brazen jokes about their sovereignty and disrupted years of normalized trade relations. You could hardly blame Canada for seeking a new, reliable, moral, democratic partner to replace the United States.
A Canadian Prime Minister alongside China's president in the Great Hall of the People. Carney told China's president he's pleased they're moving ahead with a new strategic partnership.
Mr. President, Together, we can build on the best of what this relationship has been in the past to create a new one.
Like, zoink, Scoob! No, like, I get it. Trump is taking a bulldozer to international law and all that, you know. Fascism, dictatorship, Nazis, Rachel Maddow, MSNBC, elections canceled in 2028. I can play the game too, I get it. But like,
The National People's Congress has just approved a constitutional amendment to abolish presidential term limits. President Xi, already one of the most powerful Chinese leaders in decades, will now be able to rule indefinitely, perhaps for life.
China is actually fascist, guys. Like, for realsies. Like, China has imprisoned racial minorities for practicing religion. And they weren't even Mormons. If Donald Trump is the bully that makes you hate school, China is your stepfather. He can put on a good face in front of the other adults, but he's still going to touch you later. I saw this tweet recently from a person in, supposedly, you never know, China, who posted this about seeing American news from a Chinese perspective. Now, I'd like to ask you, my dear watcher, do you think this is because there is no bad news in China? Is North Korea actually just a wonderful socialist utopia too? Well, I've got a subreddit to sell you. But no, it's not like there's information suppression in China at all. No, of course not. It's not like there was a catastrophic world-ending virus that came out of China. And it's not like they haven't allowed anyone to go check out the virology lab in Wuhan. And it's definitely not like China suspiciously tried to shift blame onto other countries in the aftermath. Weird how, despite the mountain of evidence there, you never see Chinese people on social media demanding answers from their government. I guess everything must be perfect. And by the way, before anyone asks me, like, I don't know, man, I'm in America and I got really sick in August of 2019. Do you actually remember how fast this thing spread in early 2020? Was your hospital overrun in the fall of 2019? You didn't have COVID. You got the flu, you dumb fuck. China's values do not align with Canadian values at all. If you are horrified by Donald Trump, if you think he is a fascist, you would be quite alarmed to learn that there are countries where they don't have national elections at all, where you can get in quite a lot of trouble for criticizing the government, and where you cannot get Taco Bell delivered straight to your door in under an hour. How can humans even live in these kinds of conditions? Even if you think Trump is Hitler, he is not forever. In 3 years, Americans will go to the polls and elect Gavin Newsom, AOC, or if we're lucky, Timothy Chalamet to be our next president. But if Putin or Xi are still breathing air, they will still be there. Dude, the Chinese government had a policy where you couldn't have more than one kid. That was a policy in effect this century. Are you serious, Canada? There has been a lot made about how fast America has turned against the global order, against the post-World War II order that was made to keep us safe. Other countries can't believe it. And it sucks. It sucks. To be honest with you, it sucks. This shit is not making us safer. But in a similar vein, I can't believe how fast other countries have abandoned America. Not the government, but the people. The people of the US who, by and large, don't want this. Donald Trump was not elected to do this shit. This is Ben Shapiro, who campaigned for Donald Trump.
So I think that it's quite bad, on a personal level, that President Trump intervened in the Canadian election by basically just crapping all over Canada repeatedly, to no actual effect, by the way. Like, where's the big win? And so Carney got elected. I think that's bad.
And you can tell he's serious. His voice didn't even crack once. To the people of Canada, I'm sorry. You don't deserve the shit that we've thrown at you. But I feel as though we have far more in common than not. I understand if you're angry at us or maybe even hate us, but I hope y'all know in your heart of hearts that this is not the way. Maybe Mark Carney should partner up with a country that's never had a controversial leader, like Italy.
Joint news conference with Russia's president, Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi made some eyebrow-raising statements regarding President-elect Obama. Berlusconi told reporters there's no reason Russia and the U.S. shouldn't get along because Obama is, quote, young, handsome, and even tanned.
New idea, every man for himself.